Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. So this script uses this cipher, which uses a combination of letter stems, which are the base shapes. So we have the circles, the divots, and then the deep divots and the circles on the line of the word circle, as well as modifiers, which are lines and dots. And then these little guys, they're all the vowels. And vowels have different positions depending on what vowel they are and if they're attached onto one of the consonant stems. So, this is the script in regular English, and this is it in a direct kind of font sort of transcription. We have our A outside the word circle, N's have one line on them, and then a R, that would be, that says Annika. There we go. Now it says we're all, not Annika all. Annika was part of my last transcription I did. Now it says we're, W-E apostrophe R-E. A-double-L-S-T-O-R-I-E-S-I-N. Anyway, so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and get to how this becomes this. So this is your design that I made, and this is where the artistry comes into play. So typically you just take each word and wrap it into a circle. That's what translator apps tend to do. But if you want to be a little bit clever and make some cool looking shapes, you put some flair into it. So this is our little start marker. And it tells you where the bottom is and which direction counterclockwise is. So it tells you basically how to read the words. So we have our word circle here, and there's this shallow divot taken out of it. So that shallow divot there, and it has 2 lines on it. So 2 lines for the W. Then an E is a little guy, and an E can be either by itself on the word circle or nestled inside our letter stem, which is what is happening here. And then we have these 2 lines here to make the apostrophe, which is this little swirl here. And then we have this shallow divot with another E in it, and there are 3 dots by it because we need 3 dots for an R. So, yep, W-E apostrophe R-E. Then we have this word. So, bottom of the circle is here. We go counterclockwise. There's actually just 1 letter stack in this. So, we have these double lines, and a double line, same letter, is same thickness. Shut up, alarm. And you read, if there's a vowel, it is read after the consonant. So consonants are read before vowels. And this vowel has 2 slashes through it. And each slash through a vowel moves it up 1 letter in the stack. So we have an A outside the word circle. So there's the A in make, there's the A in and this is the A in all. And it has 2 slashes, so that means it comes before the double L, so A, and then we have the double L. And this thing's just the lines coming off of this S here. So in stories, we have 1, 2, 3 shallow divots in a row. And that means we can stack them all if we like. In fact, we could stack everything in this word if we like, because we can stack all of these stems. But I just stack these 3, and then this one later. And then O's, and O's and other vowels, you can move around in the stack with those slashes and with the line thickness, which is what I do here. So let's go ahead and get to it. You read at the bottom, go counterclockwise, which means this big old letter stack is first. So we have the thin one, which has 1, 2, 3 lines on it, making it an S. Good, because S has 3 lines. This middle one, the T, has just the O on it, so that would be the T. Here's the O. And then we have this shallow divot with this little dot in the middle, and then a 3rd dot. So that would be the 3 dots in the R in stories. And then we have these 2 little vowels stacked with each other and this 3rd little vowel. So this vowel has the slash through it, which means it's going to be read before these vowels here. So we have a bunch of vowels in a stack. This one has a slash through it, which means it's going to be brought up in front of the other vowels and in front of the R. So it's S-T-O-R, and then we have this vowel stack with 2 vowels. The thin one has 1 line on it going towards the middle, making it an I, and then this thick one has the E on it. So S-T-O-R-I-E, and then our last letter here, shallow divot, 1, 2, 3 lines, makes it an S. So 3 lines, nothing, 3 dots, I, line going inwards, E on the line of the word circle, an S. So yeah, this one here is stories. Excuse me, it's getting late. And then we have just some decorations kind of going around the outside of it. This bit is unneeded, but I felt it really helped balance out the designs because this one has a big ol' circle here. And this one has a similar big ol' circle there. So, we have our next word here, if we're following in line. Bottoms here, we have an I line going inwards and an N with one line on it. So here we have, let me just back up a little bit. I line going inwards, N, one line on it. Then we have a TH and an E. This did the TH as a shallow divot. It combined them. So you could do the T like this and the H like that, which is what I did in this design. So a T is that shallow divot there, and then a deep divot, bam, deep divot with 1, 2 lines is an H. So we have the T and the H, but if you put them together, you can make a TH. That is optional. And then we have an E. This E is nestled inside the H. You know it has to go with this word because you can't have a vowel attached to a vowel unless they're different line thicknesses, and this isn't where you'd want to put the this is an E inside this stem because it's closer here than it is to this word circle. That's my justification for that. And then we have this here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, and 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on a deep divot is an ND, and an E is a little guy either nestled inside that stem or on the line of the word circle. And because I do have it nestled, I do need to put those 2 slashes in it, just like here, to move it in front of the E. So it's an E and an ND. And I just really went with symmetry for this design. And as you noticed, it is symmetrical. It is perfectly symmetrical other than our start marker, which is needed so you can tell which way you're supposed to read it. Because again, it's perfectly symmetrical, which I am really, really proud of. Anyway, then we have this design here. The bottom is here. We read counterclockwise. Here's our first letter. I'm going to sneeze some more. Anyway, so bottoms here, counterclockwise is here. We have our first letter here, and this is a J because nothing ends on it. J has no modifiers. A U has a line going outwards. An S here, the thin one, we read thin to thick, has 1, 2, 3 lines, just like those 3 lines there. And a T, shallow divot. No modifier, so just. Then we have this word, bottom counterclockwise. Here we have the M. 1, 2 thick lines plus this third thin line makes those 3 lines we need on the M. A outside the word circle, then we continue around counterclockwise. Here's this letter, and even though these dots are equidistant between these 2 consonant stems, we know it has to go with the K because this already has lines, and you can't have both lines and dots on a thing. So we have 2 dots on the K, and then the E. So then we have it, bottoms here, counterclockwise, I, line going inwards, and then this T has nothing ending on it. Then we have this. So these 2 dots here make up the word because the A is a little guy outside our word circle. So this is the word circle for and this is the vowel, the A, on I just wanted to make this pretty little chain of growing dots, of growing circles. So that's why it looks like this. And then, bottom counterclockwise, we have a deep divot with 1 line on it and then 2 O's. So O's are inside the word circle or attached like a bead on a string. Again, if I don't capitalize this, an O can be like that on it like a bead on a string here. And again, it's a double letter, so it's a double line. And then we have the deep divot with 3 dots making it a D. So make it a good, and then we have this design here, which bottom counterclockwise. This, again, is just one massive letter stack. So we have our consonant, this biggest one here, inside our word circle. And it has 1 line on it, bam. And then we have 2 vowels. We read the vowels thin to thick. Doesn't really matter because this one also has a slash through it, so this slash will bring it up in front of the N anyway, whereas this one does not have the slash, so it will remain behind the N. So O before the N, and then an E after the N. So 1, O, N, E. So yeah, that is how you read that design. So yeah, I'm super happy with it, and I think it looks really cool, and I'm so proud of the symmetry I was able to get with it. Again, this is perfectly symmetrical, except for this little guy here. and this little bit here. And I wouldn't want to connect these up here anyway, because then it would look like it started with an apostrophe. So there is a little bit of cheese there for making it non-symmetrical. Oh, and I guess this here, this is not symmetrical because is it? No, because this is equidistant here. No, if we make a cutting line, yeah, no, that's symmetrical. This line is not, because it would be in the middle here. This is not symmetrical. But other than that, man, now I really want to figure out a way to make that symmetrical. I wonder if I scooted it down, but then the lines would look too close and they'd bleed together in the tattoo. It's fine. It looks really symmetrical, and I'm really happy with it. So, yeah, bye.